Last session, you concluded your business in Tapas after Kayth secured a promise from Graves regarding a message about Varric. Your group prepared for departure. Kayth, concerned about the elf Varric, decided to warn Captain Darius Helm. Though Moss, RaRa, and Fizzi initially hesitated, they soon joined Kayth at the barracks, finding Darius's office occupied. Most of you returned to the Eye, but Kayth waited. Soon, Brother Alric emerged with Darius. Kayth delivered his warning about Varric, though Darius remained somewhat skeptical, suggesting Varric, like Kayth, might deserve a chance. He did, however, point Kayth towards Roya of the Fisherman's Guild for more information on Varric's expedition. Back at the Eye, Moss and RaRa discussed the upcoming journey, Fizzi's family, and Graves' peculiar behavior, while Fizzi organized his inventions. Kayth, dreading his meditation, eventually succumbed to a trance filled with vivid, often painful memories of his past adventuring party, Amris, Kenna, Zur, Emerald, and Rukton, and the fateful encounter where he scarred Varric. The following morning, after Fizzi prepared breakfast, you handled final preparations. Tola returned successful from her mission, bringing a lock of trickery and some gold. You delegated tasks to your hirelings, Sprocket to continue making battering rams, Malik to tend the roots, Seraphine to offer dance lessons, Professor Bramble to continue research, and both Sprocket and Tola to care for Chester, the mimic chest, now secured with the new lock and housing a mysterious cube. With Muley and Obi in tow, you boarded a grand merchant vessel bound for Sebres. The 3-day voyage was a period of downtime. Moss conversed with the ship's animal passengers, a platypus, a raccoon, and an echidna, and researched sea creatures. Kayth attempted to sell his carved statues and gems, eventually parting with the statues for a modest sum. Fizzi sought inspiration for Obi's upgrades and scouted for interesting wares among the merchants. RaRa, meanwhile, practiced her social skills, hoping to improve her standing with Marin and upgrade her Riz level. Upon arriving in the bustling, mechanically marvelous city of Sebres, Fizzi was immediately recognized. His boisterous brother, Bolthead, greeted you all warmly, followed by an equally energetic reunion with his other brother, Sparkplug, at the Breezy Bolt Tavern. There, you learned about the upcoming Centennial Exposition of Invention and Innovation, Fizzi's family's prominent role, and the impending resignation of Commodore Varela Saltwin. The family reunion continued at the Grand Fizzbang estate in Glimmercog Heights, where you met Cogsworth the butler, the sophisticated Gimlet, and finally, Fizzi's parents, Bolton and Fistina. Amidst heartwarming greetings and humorous retellings of Fizzi's death, tensions surfaced regarding Fizzi's adventuring life, just as dinner was announced. Will these tensions break the loving family image of the Fizzbangs? Will the voice of reason actually make a move? How did Fizzi's brothers get their names? Find out tonight on Coralthea, Waking Fates.
For will rise their fates entwined, brave and bold. Through the storm and through the night, we'll carve our path, we'll claim our right. With hearts of fire and minds so clear, we'll chase our dreams, our time is here. From humble beginnings, our journey's begun. We'll fight as one till the battle's won.
This is actually a really cool Steam redemption thing.
Yeah, guys are ridiculous.
I almost don't want to rip it.
I'll buy it from you. All right, guys.
I'll sell it to you.
Sweet. I like that.
Okay.
All right, guys. We are here for some D&D, Coralthea Waking Fates, and I'm going to go ahead and pause the current music now that we're moving into something different. So, last we left off, you had been meeting Bolton, Fistina, and Gimlet, and everyone was sort of gathered in the parlor area as you guys had a few drinks and talked about your adventures. And for Kayth, RaRa, and Moss, your height was sort of a small issue with the furniture, but nonetheless comfy.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Nonetheless comfy. And then there was a bit of tension that came up over Fizzi's leaving and adventuring. But before there could really be any full, let's say, argument, who knows about it, Cogsworth came in to announce that dinner was ready. And Bolton very quickly tried to cut the tension and get everyone to move to the dining area. That way you could all have food and converse and have a merry time. So that is where we are going to pick up tonight. So
Would Opie have been in there with me, or would he have been too big to get through the doorway?
No, big doors, remember?
yeah, big doors. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, Obi can get through for sure. So
Dinner served.
as you guys walk towards the entrance of the dining hall, Cogsworth will open the door and he will say, "Dinner is served." And as the door opens, you will see this large dining hall. Across the back wall of the dining hall, you will see 3 large bay windows that look out to the Bay of Sebres, where you can see the brass port and ships being worked on and the people of this area going about their lives. And above the essentially like bar area that's in the dining hall, you will see a picture of a very young man, but doesn't look like anyone who's currently here. And as you look at the table, you will see that they are adorned in like brass fittings, and it's all very nice. And there are different size chairs specifically for you guys to be able to eat comfortably. There we go. And there are place sets for each of you. And you are appointed to go take a seat. Now, I want to know where some of you, what's the seating arrangement for you? What are you hoping? How are you hoping to sit together?
Well, I want to sit by Moss, but I also want to look out the window.
I want to sit in between Fizzi and RaRa.
Okay, so you get to sit next to Fizzi, and then one of his family members have to pick who gets to sit next to him on the other side. Okay.
Unless Kayth wants to sit there.
I don't know. Kayth hasn't said anything.
I sit down.
He just sits down. So RaRa and Moss, you guys are going to make sure you have a seat that makes it so you can look outside. Everyone else will gather their place and sit down at the table. And here, give me 1 second. As you all sit down, you will see that there are napkins in front of you. You'll watch as all the Fizzbangs take that napkin, spread it out, put it on their lap, and they will put their hands forward, and there is glasses of water for all of you already. So some of them will take a drink and start drinking the water. And what do the rest of you do when you see this?
Yeah, that.
You do that. All right. Does anyone not do that?
Drink water?
No, take the napkin and put it on your lap.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
I've been at a fancy
I
dinner
thought you
before
meant
and
drank water.
nobles.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moss is gonna put the napkin
In here?
like a bib.
Yeah. Okay, that works too. All right. So as you all sort of get prepared, you will see Cogsworth appear once again. And with Cogsworth, you'll see a what would you call it? A people what is it called when a bunch of people, a procession. You will see a procession of servants walking out with plates with lids on them, and Cogsworth will To start your meals tonight, we have a brined sea plum salad with chilled mint fog vinaigrette. And you each will receive a plate. The top will be pulled off, and you have a very nice salad in front of you with, like it said, sea plums, and what looks like a very nice glazy vinaigrette.
RaRa will pick up her
Enjoy.
salad fork
Uh-huh.
and start to, delicately eat her salad.
What's a sea plum?
It's a vegetable, if that helps.
Yep.
Okay. No meat in this salad. It's just vegetables. Kayth? You're very dark and brooding.
Why is my thing so dark? Why are my lights so dark? There's salad?
Yeah, because he's gonna start eating.
Nice, okay.
I'm gonna wait until everyone else around starts eating,
Nice, okay.
just in case.
Yeah, they might need to say something.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone sort of starts, they start digging in, and so Sparkplug, he'll start eating the food, and immediately he'll look over towards you, RaRa. And he's got, I meant to grab food so I could do this, because some people eat while they talk, and some of them don't, and I forgot to grab some food to do that. It's okay. So anyway, Sparkplug
Mind
takes
it
a
out,
bite.
I've watched you play every meal I've ever eaten with you. So
I know. So anyway, Sparkplug takes a bite of his salad. He'll look over towards your RaRa, and he'll, hey, so RaRa, your bardic expertise. What is that? What does that involve? What kind of songs do you sing? You write him about this guy, and he points at Fizzi.
I can sing, but I'm a dance major.
Oh,
A dance major? What's that?
Well, my bardic school focuses on dance. You do know what dancing is, right?
Oh yeah, of course we know what dancing is. I mean, Mom used to force us to do the old. What was it called, Mom? And she's like, it's a traditional line dance from our ancestors. Yeah, that thing.
Well, I'd like to see that at some point before we have to leave.
Fizzi, you haven't shown him the dance? You used to do it all the time.
Fizzi knows how to dance?
Well, yeah, he did a little. He did a
too many
little
people
like.
know it out in Tapas. I assume because it's not Zebra's.
We danced at the festival. You two didn't, but Fizzi and
Oh,
I did.
yeah.
Oh,
That was good.
Yeah.
Kayth said he could dance too, but I don't believe it.
Did I say that?
Yep. There's art about it.
And there's sort of like a, okay. Each of you will get, Cogsworth is going around the table as well and offering, essentially, wine. So if you want wine, you can say yes. If you don't want wine, Moss, I assume you're the only person.
Thank you.
He then offers a non-alcoholic sparkling wine.
True.
It's just soda juice, essentially. And after each person gets their wine, Bolthead will raise his glass and to family and to inventions that don't explode on contact unless they're supposed to. And everyone will
Cares.
put down the drink, and he'll Fizzi, we're so happy you're home. So, you guys were talking a lot about, death and things. Did anyone not die on adventures, or, is that kind of just all that happens?
I haven't.
I don't
I
think
haven't-
Kayth has either.
I haven't died,
We
but I almost
explore.
killed every one of my party members.
Gimlet
Yeah.
Gimlet sort of laughs in his drink a little bit. And Sparkplug's like, he instantly is like, just like a very inquisitive, like, excuse me?
You know, sometimes when you're a powerful druid, you don't know exactly how powerful you are.
Yeah.
Fizztina, a powerful druid. Where do you come from, Moss?
Ashen.
You come from Ashen. And immediately Bolton would be like, I love the things that come out of Ashen. And very good materials come that way in the last 30 to 40 years. It's a great place. How long did you live there?
Forever.
I guess I was mostly asking how old you are, but a roundabout way.
19.
Oh, I see. And what made you leave Ashen?
So, anyways, this is great food.
RaRa is just staring intently at Moss, just
Fizztina,
Delightful, even.
Fizztina will sort of like nudge Bolton. It's not very nice to, ask things that people aren't ready to talk about. Oh, well, I didn't know she wasn't ready to talk about it. I just was making conversation.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We can stop whispering about it now.
I see, Fizztina. It's okay. And they'll sort of go back to eating the salad for a moment.
I'm gonna lean over to Moss and whisper, "You'll get used to that."
Yeah. I hope not.
Oh my gosh. Well, Fizzi, adventuring is all well and good, but, your hands, they build legacies. Well, you're swinging a sword. Have you kept your tools sharp, son?
Of course. How do you think I build Obi over there? And I'll point to Obi.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're keeping your things well. You still have the hammer I gave you?
Absolutely.
The wrench?
Always on my side.
The multi-purpose?
It's right under the table.
Good. I'm glad.
actually he swings those more than he swings swords.
You're using your tools to fight people?
Well, when the shoe fits, sometimes you gotta wear it.
He sort of takes a bite of his salad and he's quandering that. I suppose we Fizzbangs always have the right tool for the right job. That's good. He'll continue to eat the salad. And
RaRa leans across Moss's plate to Fizzi.
Hello?
We're not even mad at you that you're not using the thing for what it's intended for.
I know. As inventors, we always have to, improvise on the fly.
This is so crazy.
You're breathing on my salad.
It's a bag.
We just meet in the middle over Moss's salad.
sorry, that was so good. Yeah, so you guys will eat the salad for a little while, and another procession of servants will come out, and along with Cogsworth, you will see a halfling woman in a chef's outfit, very large hat. Like I'm talking, like there's a chef's hat.
Her hat
This
is
an
like
extra.
the same.
It's an extra chef hat,
half as tall as she is.
Yeah.
She's got to fit Remy the mouse.
Yeah.
So Cogsworth will come out. Oh, sorry. Do I have a burp coming? Nope.
Brother.
Oh, he will mid-sentence.
Your main courses. There it was. It came out. Your main courses.
Like an inspiration for calling when you burp.
That's a good one. Maybe something later. Your main courses are ready, and Miss Plinkett Wobblewhirl will guide you amongst your journey of flavor. and you will see the head chef. She comes out and she lets the people walk through. Hello, everyone. I hear there are some dietary restrictions. And the first person will start heading towards you, Moss. And they will say, so I have prepared for you a baked boat root pie. It's a family staple here at the Fizzbangs. It's part root vegetable, part breakfast things, and it's very spicy. I hope you enjoy. And it'll come to you, and they'll take the top off, and it's just like a very beautiful Studio Ghibli pie. Like, it's just wow.
Are pies for dessert?
Not this one.
No. That's like a dinner pie.
It's like
Pie.
it's like a farmer's pie, but different.
Yeah.
And for the rest of you, I have curated 2 courses that you may choose as they are passed to you. There is the clockwork crusted snapper, served with herb steam and citrus pearls. And amongst the other choice, we have braised sky lamb, served with oil glazed gear squash and a drizzle of blue fire honey.
I'm gonna elbow RaRa and be like, I think they got us mixed up. Yeah, here you go. And I'm just gonna slide it over.
You don't want the pie that has no meat?
That's
the
RaRa is a
vegetarian.
vegetarian. I'm not.
Listen here. I made a mistake. No need to yell at me.
No one's yelling at you.
Well, you know what? That was meant to happen. So I heard there was a druid, so I assumed. So yeah, it'll get passed to you, and then so you'll pass it over to her. And
for you.
Thanks.
fuck me.
Somebody's getting tired.
Dude, yesterday when we were playing our home game, I called them all Stormbreakers. I don't know what's
She
happening.
did. It was funny.
All right. Anyway, so the courses are brought to you, and you can choose. So for each of you, I mean, which one do you guys want? Do you want the clockwork crusted snapper or the braised sky lamb? Which
I would like one of each, please.
they say okay, and they give you both.
Hell yeah.
Like the snapper.
So,
I'll take a snapper as well.
and a
Oh,
snapper
you guys
over
are
there.
only taking one plate?
Yeah, because
Mom,
I'm not
literally,
animal.
you're only taking one? That's so funny. So yeah, you guys will get your food. And with your food will come behind that people with more drinks. So it's not like... So you can choose to either have a... they have... essentially a Cog and cider like you got at the Breezy Bolt, but it's different, specifically a Fizzbang recipe. Or you can have a lightly fizzed sea apple juice.
One of each, please.
You guys will get whatever you'd like, but eventually all of you will receive... Go ahead.
Fizzi would take a Cog and cider.
All right. I assume Moss wants the sea apple juice,
Yeah, I guess.
and it's non-alcoholic, so...
Do you think that they have anything that doesn't seem like I'm 7 years old or no?
That's what the water is for.
I'll take one sea apple juice, please. With a straw.
Oh, you say you want a straw?
Spark
Yeah, it
plug
has to-
leads over.
The
though.
servant will ask, do you want a fun straw or a boring straw?
Does it do the little...
Shakes their head, yes.
I want a fun straw.
And they'll give you a fun straw, and it's a very loopy copper straw.
Hell, I want it to be over the top, super, like, dramatic.
What if when you hold it up to your face, it makes glasses around you?
Yeah!
All right, that's what it does. You got it. That's what it does. Actually, So first they have the copper straw, and they're like, "You want a fun one?" You're like, "Yeah." They say, "Okay, you know, how fun do you want it?" And you say you want it to be glasses, and you watch as they do hand motions, and you watch as they do a somatic component to a spell, and they turn the copper straw into exactly what you asked for. Yeah. Kayth?
Yeah.
Just water.
Wow.
Guys, I could live here, I think.
All right, you'll get water.
Yeah,
So,
this is crazy.
dinner will continue. As it does, what part of the conversation, what dialogues do I want to choose here?
Fizzi,
Yes.
why did you leave this place?
Gimlet immediately speaks up. I wonder the same thing.
Okay, I was asking Fizzi, though.
Well, you know, I needed to find what I wanted to do. Find out what I wanted to make.
I get that. But you've got some great food and some real fun straws. Who's that man in your window?
Everybody's so nice too.
Gotta be important, right?
I don't think Hunter sent me anything on the man in the window.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did.
It's
your great grandpa. It's great grandpa.
Where does it say that in the notes that you sent me?
Well, how about this, brother? I will let you make up his name. He's your great grandpa.
Okay.
Pop,
He looks
pop.
rough.
He looks like he's wearing a bowl on his head.
Oh my gosh.
That's his pirate hat.
No, I don't think.
No, he's your great grandpa, and he fought in the he fought for Yarnstad. He fought in the No-Seg Wars. He actually was underneath oh my gosh, where did this go?
I don't know, but it definitely didn't get sent to me.
I understand that now.
I'm gonna be sassy.
Where is what I'm looking for? Man, I must have wrote this forever ago. Well, he was in the Yarnstad. He was in the war, and he's your great grandpa. You can come up with his name.
He looks like he lost a lot.
Well, you know. Oh, now I need to make a name. You know, it was hard
Grandpa.
way back then. I always called him Grandpa Fizzbang.
I'm dead.
Is his name Fizziwick?
Of course, his name was Fizzword.
Yes, his name was Fizzword. It's sort of a play on Fizzy's name a bit.
That's right.
I look at his dad. Does his dad look like he's starting to look like old grandpa? Like,
You know,
like,
Carter, that's
ill.
a great thing to ask. And now that you've asked that, I will remember that we now have art of the Fizzbang family. And I will now show off the Fizzbang family art. There they are, everybody. Everybody in their glory. We have Bolthead all the way on the right. Next to Bolthead, we have Bolton. Next to Bolton, we have Fistina, of course. Then Sparkplug. Then Gimlet. I will also put it in Discord. Let me go ahead
Put
and
it on
put
the
it there as
screen!
well. It is on the screen.
Put
It's
it on
not
our
on the
screen.
It's hold on, please.
All of my windows
I
are
remember
specifically set
when
up.
we used to cater to the players.
Oh
You guys
my
remember
gosh.
that?
You guys kill me. You really do. It's also in Discord for anybody who's in our Discord. And I will now go ahead and put it here in our game.
Fizzword Fizzbang. Obviously.
Yeah, Fizzword. It's like Squidward, but Fizzword. All right, and then here for the players, I will go ahead and put the Fizzbangs in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here are the Fizzbangs, everyone.
You want to go down?
Now, what I will show you all is these are the Fizzbangs. Now, a comparison of the Fizzbangs to our party. This is actual size representation.
Oh God.
So yes, as we are imagining the scenes happening here, this is the family. Possible print? Onyx asks. Maybe. I'll make sure to keep this down here for us. So we
I'm
have
gonna be real with you, Fizzi. I'm gonna be real with you, Fizzi.
You're the most handsome one.
You're the most handsome person out of your
Yeah,
family.
you got
For
lucky,
real.
dog.
I don't know where it came from.
Wow.
Somebody cheated somewhere.
You know,
Those grandpa kids really got out somewhere.
Look
He's
at
got
this
grand-
Morty looking motherfucker.
Squanchy is what I call him.
Squanch plug.
Watch plug.
I hate it. So, during your guys' course of meals, another conversation. So, Fizztina will look over towards you, Moss, and she
You're
will.
gone.
Can you hear
Maybe
me?
your gain. Yeah, you
Not again.
cut out though again.
Weird.
I don't know. Maybe your gain is down or something.
It might be too high up. It might be peaking
Yeah.
potentially. Well, okay.
No.
So, Moss, Fizztina will look over to you and she'll be looking at Sable and she says, "He's adorable, but he's not from around here, is he? Tell me he doesn't eat silverware."
I have questions to that question. He does not eat silverware.
Oh, that's good. But he's adorable nonetheless.
Thank you. What kind of pets around here are eating the silverware?
Oh, well, because of Sebrez's abundance of copper and other minerals, we have a rust monster problem. They often tend to be in the lower mines and on the outskirts of town, and they've learned to catch merchant carts off guard and things like that. But they just love metal and things.
I have a sentient mimic that might eat the silverware.
Did you bring him with you?
No, but isn't that so cool?
You see her like, oh, thank God.
He can talk. His name is Chester.
Yeah, that was real cool.
I'm sorry, you have a mimic and it talks and you named it Chester?
Part of the benefit of having a pet mimic is that no one knows we have a pet mimic, and so if you keep telling everyone that we come across that we have a pet mimic, it kind of defeats the point of us.
This is the
having
first
a pet
time I've
mimic.
said it. Also, what
No, this is
other
the
animals
second
can you think
time.
of that eat
This is the
silverware?
second time. The second time you've said it.
I'm just excited.
Bolton will
Perhaps
sort of
it's not a mimic. Maybe it's a rust monster.
Bolton will look at Fizztina and make a little remark and be like, they kind of argue like us. And Fizztina
Ew.
and they sort of giggle to each other. Well, either way, he's very, very adorable. Would he like some food?
But our mimic, he's not here.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
your
probably would like
little
some food.
your little guy there. What's his name?
Sable.
Sable. Oh, very nice name. A strong name. Cogsworth, can you bring Sable some food? Of course, right away. Cogsworth will go get some food for Sable, and actually servants will come out and set up his own table placement, giving him a little plate, everything. And they'll even give him a high chair that he can sit in.
Booster seat.
Sable's like
Anytime he asks-
jumps in the high chair and waits
You
for
don't
food.
even need to eat.
If I may
Looks
ask, how
up
long
at
have
you
been-
with disgust. Sable's like, fucking excuse me? Okay, go ahead.
If I may ask, how long have you been here in Sibbers?
Who? I assume you're talking to probably Bolton and Festina.
Parents?
Yeah. Well, we've been in the area for a very, very long time. Before this place actually became Sebres. So, I'd say we've been here for almost 150 years. Just about something like that. Maybe a little longer. Fistina will sort of I think maybe a little bit longer, closer to 200. But that was way before it was Sebres.
Everyone
right.
is old.
So you were born here?
Oh, we're not
everyone is
old. We're aged. We like to call it. Why do you ask?
Just I may have seen your father on the battlefield. It's not a big deal. Nothing.
Yeah, Kayth.
My father, no, my father wasn't in the war. My grandfather was in the war. He was in
war.
He was in the Noseg War. He fought under the great Yarnsted, who fought against the Rumsbach Empire during the era of Conquer.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
About
Well, I was
what?
I was a child at the time, only like 10, 15, 20.
The era of conquest? You're over
Who's got
1,000?
more? No, dude, the timelines are so fucked.
You were in the Pardis War, Kayth. You're having
No, I also
No,
bad
he
memory
was at the
'cause you're
end.
so old.
Kayth was at the end of the Noseg
end of the
War.
Newcraft War.
Correct. And then Bolton's grandfather served under Yarnsted, who created the Yarnsted Empire, like at the end of that, served with him in the era of conquest, and made it to the Noseg War, but died in the Noseg War.
At the end of the Nosecraft War, I was around. Yes.
Oh, I see. Was it fun? It got real awkward for a moment.
It's been a while, but I remember moving. We moved capitals. It was a whole thing.
I see.
This pie's really good.
I'm glad you like it. Miss Plinkett, she's been a very good cook for a very long time. She's our favorite.
What was her first name?
Her first name is Plinkett in Plinkett Wobble World.
Oh. Okay. Can
Do
you tell me more about
know
this?
her?
Oh no, I was just asking, curious.
Oh,
There's a lot.
yes, of course.
Can you tell me more about the Commodore that sort of rules your city? I haven't been back in this area of Coralthea in a while.
The Commodore. Oh, she's the Commodore. And Gimlet will sort of speak up for a moment and, the Commodore, essentially, she makes most of the decisions for all of Sebres. She allows for specific research into whatever inventions people are looking for. She has final say. She also controls the military force here in Sebres, and helps keep us essentially afloat. She is the be-all of decisions. Now, however, everything does run under different councils and other stewards, but she essentially has the final say in anything that happens. But unfortunately, she's stepping down this year. She's making sure to see the last, her last centennial as Commodore, but soon after she will be stepping down. She's been a very great Commodore. A very great Commodore, actually. She's approved a lot of our inventions and a lot of our research. Hasn't she, honey? Oh, yes, she has. She's very, very nice. I love Miss Saltwin. She helped get... I'm not I don't know exactly. We've had her over a few times and tried to ask her, but she mostly just says that, she's come to the end of what she believes she can do, things like that, and we tell her, no, Commodore, you could do many more, and, I just think maybe she's getting up there in years. She is a sea elf and all, and they don't look like they age, but she is quite old. Maybe she's just finally at that time where she's decided to live a more fonder life instead of having to have so many decisions, I think. And then Gimlet will speak up for a moment, and yes, she has been very, very amazing for this city. I will say I am giving my vote to Counselor, where'd you go? Counselor, Vorin Duskbrow, myself. I believe he has a very good look on the future of Sebres. And you'll hear Bolthead speak up, I don't know about Vorin. He's kind of a pencil pusher, isn't he? I mean, the guy mostly just looks over everybody, he's in everybody's business. He's kind of like, him and his, what is he, the pillar of the whatchamacallit, and Sparkplug will speak up. A steward of the civic integrity, whatever that means. Yeah, see, whatever he just said. I mean, he's kind of making it hard for us dock workers to really be able to do anything with all the different regulations, and I'm pretty sure, Dad, you know. And Bolton will sort of speak up for a moment. Oh, well, I mean, he has made it a little more difficult for us Fizzbangs and some other inventors, but he's just very cautious and likes to make sure nothing will, go awry. And, we all are our own, choices and things. And Bolton will speak up and, well, if I get a choice and I was able to pick who, I would definitely pick the other guy. And Gimlet will sort of, well, of course you would. What was that? Nothing. And will sort of continue to drink his drink.
So, what was?
So what else
you were talking about in your letter? You seemed to, there was something. You had your wand out. Could you tell us about that? That's why we're here.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave real quick. Hey, Remy.
Oh, okay.
Talking over.
I'll be back in 1 second. We're leaning over. We're doing a whisper. Okay. I lean over Moss's 2 entrees.
Hey, so if I could get you on, did you want to open up the convention with a show?
Sure, or maybe there's somebody that needs support. I mean, it's close, right? And they probably already have things planned out. This seems like a pretty big deal.
Well, I'm gonna ask Gimlet, and if not, would you be into it?
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
You guys are each breathing on both of my entrees.
Oh, we're just keeping them warm. The lamb's got to stay at 156.
This coleslaw smells really good, Moss.
I need you guys to both back up.
RaRa's got her nose in the coleslaw. Smells good. Fizztina will look towards you, Kayth. I guess we could talk about it again. You sort of asked us in the parlor, but like I said, I pulled out the wand. I think I was just maybe a little overreacting, and we haven't seen the flying thing, and not since then. And
Can
Bolton,
I insight check my mother?
Wow, you don't believe your own mother, Fizzi. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes moms lie to their kids to make sure they're not worrying.
Damn. Yeah, go ahead. You can give a little insight check if you'd like.
Could you draw it or something? I'm just
I clicked it. Why is it not doing what it needs to do? Really?
Will we?
I take a piece of pie and I mull it over, and couldn't it just be like a flying invention for the festival?
Yeah, see, of course, it could be something like that. It doesn't have to be something so serious.
I mean, I assume there's inventions happening all over the city. most of the time. So, I mean, to be worried about it seems that it was something more than just an invention.
Natural 20. He knows everything his mother's thinking. They have a tight bond from his many years living here at the beautiful estate with many servants and a fantastic cook and butler. And they don't keep anything from each other because they're a loving family.
Oh my god! Even with a +0 too. So she answers you again, Kayth. And, well, I suppose it could be one of the other inventions flying around. I didn't quite think of that at the moment. So maybe you're right. I don't think there's anything to worry about. Fizzi, as she's talking to Kayth, your mother has always had a way of saying what she wants to say without actually saying it. And this is one of those moments. She very much is saying, she's saying that there isn't anything to worry about and la-di-da-di-da. And however, as she talks, she sort of her gaze will go to you a bit. And as each time she sort of looks at you, you see this sort of look of worry, not like scared or dreadful or sad, just a little worried. And you think that she definitely feels like there might have been more to it, and maybe she even knows a little more than she's saying, but she's not outright lying. It's more like she's trying to convince herself is what she's saying.
Well, Fizzi, they seem all fine. I think we can book a ship back.
Wow, book a ship back? No, we just got Fizzi. You have to stay for the centennial at least. Of course, at least for the centennial. It's been so long since we've seen you, son. And then Gimlet will sort of speak up. No, if he wants to head right back to his adventuring days, we might as well let him. We're able to take care of ourselves without him here anyway.
Fizzi.
Well, actually, I would like to stay for the centennial.
I don't like your attitude.
Yeah, Fizzi protects a lot of people back where we're from, and not just frivolous adventures. We have responsibilities for the town that we're protecting.
Well, I'm so glad that he's able to take care of his responsibilities elsewhere instead of at home where they should have been. And,
seems like there are plenty of other people here to hold down the responsibilities.
Gimlet will sort of look towards you, and then seems like he's about to stand up and say something, and Bolton will sort of kick the table pretty hard. Like, you guys will see the whole thing like go up a little bit. Yeah, you see the whole thing sort of shimmy, and Gimlet will sort of close his mouth and look towards Bolton, and you'll even see Bolthead and Sparkplug. Like, these guys are happy-go-lucky, and when that happens, the two of them were like, oh, shit. And they sort of, like, go right back to, like, eating their food. And Bolton will look up. I'm sure of nothing less of what Fizzi has been able to do in the other places. And we are nothing but happy and grateful for everything that he's doing for others. And we would never be upset at him for trying to take on other things in his life. Yes, our family is a proud and long lineage, but we did have many children that can all take a little bit of the responsibility. And you see sort of... and he sort of seems to get a little frustrated, and Fistina will sort of take him by the arm. It's, and he'll sit back down and... Passive perceptions, please.
He's sick.
That makes him on his way out. 15.
15.
Sick.
I heard 15. Does anyone have any
Moss
higher
and
than that?
RaRa are both 15.
I have a 14. I have a
Okay.
passive 15 investigation, 14 perception.
Okay, so RaRa and Moss, he coughs and he pulls up his napkin and he'll sort of put it down. And you actually kind of notice his napkin is like a dark red and everyone else's is a black.
Damn.
He's got TB.
And he'll put it down And Fistina will sort of hold him by the arm. It's okay. And she'll look to the table and Gimlet, this is not the time to so she was trying to, so she'll actually talk to Gimlet, and then you'll talk to your dad. Yes, of course I'm fine, son. I just get a little overworked, I haven't seen you in a very long time, and I don't like it when there's fighting amongst the table, as I always have not liked fighting amongst us at the table.
He started it.
Yeah, maybe don't be so rude to your dad.
Okay,
Mostly
please,
your brother.
Please.
It's okay.
I can yell at my own children. I don't need your help. But thank you.
I can yell at my own children.
Sorry, it's like Kayth said, we're always helping people.
That's good and fine,
I'm gonna
There is a place
some
and time.
daggers.
There is a place and time for some things, and this is still a family affair, but I don't want any of this. I just want us to be happy and to be with our son once again and to learn of your adventures and what you've done. I want to know, and I don't want us to argue.
Moss is gonna stare down that other bitch boy. And
Oh my
Yeah, yeah, he's getting daggers from Moss and
He's getting
RaRa
daggers
right
from
now.
all three of the people besides
cracking
Fizzi
her
have
fucking
daggers.
knuckles. Ready.
Yeah. So he'll sit back down, and even Gimlet will he'll put his glass down, and he gets a little talking to his mom, and then he'll look over at his dad. I'm sorry, Father. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry for bringing my upsetness and grudges to the table. And then he'll look towards you, Fizzi. Fizzi, I am very sorry for calling you out in front of everyone and for trying to make it about me.
It's okay, Gimlet. All forgiven.
And then food will sort of continue again. It'll get a little quiet.
One time I punched a giant snake in the eye.
That
We did fight a giant naga and untold
Yeah.
knowledge. And before ruins.
I'll try to change the
You're like,
subject
what,
to
3 or 4
adventure
times?
talk. Try to change the subject to adventure talk.
David, you did roll an insight during when he was talking, and I wanted to at least say what that meant for you. You rolled a 6. Your father has always been hard to read. He has always put a strong front forward and always with love and care. And anything he's ever said, you've taken as truth, Like he's very much been there for all of you. So you would usually believe anything he says. So anyway, yeah, you guys will start to talk about other stuff and the time you fought the Naga and other cool thrilling adventures.
We're gonna tell him about Garrett.
You gonna tell him about Garrett?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
He could have just walked away. All he had to do was set the egg down. Then we could have went back and got the egg later.
Yep.
It was the simplest thing.
I was ready to throw him off the boat.
I don't even know their exact responses to this story, so we're just gonna say you go over the story and more things like that. And eventually, dessert will now be brought out as Cogsworth comes in and announces the dessert. For dessert, we have spindle cakes filled with sparkberry jam and dusted with powdered gold leaf. And each of you will receive your spindle cake.
There's gold in this cake?
Powdered with gold leaf. It's like a dessert sugar.
Yeah, it just looks like gold. It's,
Correct. You wanted to eat
Put it on my
gold?
box.
No, she probably wanted to take it home.
Oh, I can get you a piece for later if you'd like.
No.
Do you just want some powdered gold leaf?
No.
We could give you some before you leave, Cypress.
That's okay. It's not gold, so it's not worth anything.
It's still a pretty expensive sugar.
I'll take it.
All right, then I will make sure there are some prepared for you when you leave. And you guys will have dessert. And let's see.
I haven't had spindle cake since I was really little.
I have never had this in my life. I start sniffing it.
Oh, you're in for a treat, boss.
Bolthead will speak up. You haven't had it since you were a little kid. Well, how long ago was that and where? And Sparkplug will sort of speak up a little bit and be like, yeah, where are you from? You know, obviously you look different than the rest of us. And Gimlet just immediately, like, hits him in the back of the head. Okay, I didn't mean to be so rude. I was just being blunt. And
It's okay.
I'm just gonna look at Sparkplug and just.
what? I just want to know.
13 years ago, maybe there's a caravan in town, and there's a dessert cook that my parents hired, and they made spindle cakes.
You had a dessert cook. So do you?
No, it was a temporary thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
They were just passing through.
Where are you from?
Marnham.
Marnham. Well, I know Marnham. We get a lot of different steels and metals from Marnham. It's good, sturdy stuff that comes from there. As Bolton will speak up about it, and Bolthead will be like, yeah, and it's pretty freaking heavy.
Yeah. Those things are true.
Well, I mean, I guess you must come from good stock then, no matter what you look like. I bet all the people there are built tough.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. And then Sparkplug will get another little thing in there as he tries to spin off of the people built tough. Yeah, and I mean your people must be built tough. Question mark?
I was cursed as a baby by a witch in the woods.
Gimlet. Right in the back of Sparkplug's head again. Peggy! Alright, that one's on me. And Fistina.
So I'm as tough as any human.
Well, from my experience, you're already better than any human I know. Sort of it's quiet for a second, and Bolton will then speak up and... So, why were you cursed? If you don't mind me asking.
If I had more of the story to tell, I would. It was... I never really got most of it.
I see. And he'll sort of, go back to eating and Gimlet. This will be the last thing of the dinner here. Gimlet will sort of speak up for a moment and hey, Fizzi,
Yes?
have you seen sorry, not seen. Have you talked to Bruh, there we go. Have you talked to Maeva lately? I believe she's in town.
Yeah? I haven't, actually.
I actually remember she was looking for you.
Really?
Yes, she wanted to talk about something, but she wouldn't let me know what it was. It must be personal.
Maybe.
Does Fizzi have a girlfriend?
He wishes. And Fistina will be like, oh, hush, Gimlet. She is a very beautiful girl, and if only Fizzi would make a move. And, intentionally tries to embarrass you.
Fizzi's just gonna get that, like, anime embarrassed blush, like...
Oh, don't, embarrass the young man. He has very important builds to do and inventions. He doesn't have time for girls. And Fistina immediately looks at Bolton and says, you had time? Well, I was a different man back then, and if he were, 20, 30 years older, he'd have more time too. And Fistina looks back at him. You were the same age as he was and had 2 girlfriends, if I seem to remember.
Does he have your?
He's like,
Fucking shoveling this cake in my mouth.
Your dad about your cog?
What did you just say to me? One more time?
Have you told your dad about your cog?
Okay, that's
Your
not
shiny
what I heard.
No, the magic one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, the one you pulled out of a hole. No, the one you put into Obi.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to him about him after dessert.
You found a magical cog.
Yeah. Come here, Obi. Now, I put it in his bag.
He says, turn around, bend over.
Or his chest.
You put it in his back, if I remember.
Yeah, yes. So I'll open up the back and I'll point to it and like, found this magical cog, and tell you what, it helped him out a lot. Helped me make him better.
And do you just like you open it up and try to show the cog, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to, but I'd like use light to kind of like point where it is.
I'd say there'd be a mechanism that you've created that allows you to be like look under the hood, because like if you ever need to repair them, you've got ways to do so. So it's like a car hood, and you can look inside. Okay. Yeah, I would say so. I think. Anyway. So you do that, and immediately everyone will get up and come over and take a look, and they're like, "Whoa, it's interesting." And Bolton will sort of, "Son, this is quite a find. I don't think I've seen one of these in quite some time. You've seen
one before?
Oh yes, of course. I mean, they're very old. I mean, they were made back when you're." It's in his chest? Okay, whatever. He's turned around. It's fine. Yes, I mean, these were made back when your great-grandfather was around. I mean, they specifically used them in many different things. But you found one. That's quite interesting. I honestly thought they were lost to time. I mean, we have one currently here in the house that runs a lot of the, mechanical things, and, it keeps things lasting very long, You don't ever have to worry too much about maintenance.
Yeah, no, it's... Would you happen to be able to tell me where you last saw that one, or is that the one that's in the house now?
Well, I mean, of course, the literal last one I've ever seen is the one that's in the house, But, I mean, I don't know if I remember exactly where it was. I'm sure there's bound to be one here in the city somewhere. You could certainly go to the Tide Hall and see if they know, and maybe you could go see it if you really want to look at it.
Yeah, I think I'd be interested in it. Thank you.
Of course, son. They'll all sort of take a moment to be looking at Obi, and the food's like being... Like, you guys will see the servants come out and starting to clean up areas where you've...
Cutting out.
You keep cutting out.
The servants will come out and start cleaning up, like, the table and things, and everything will start to wind down, and then... you guys will watch outside as the sun has, set. Like, it's like the moon is coming up, it's nighttime, and Cogsworth will come in. The rooms for the Stormbreakers have been set accordingly. You all may go to your rooms and check them out if you'd like. And if you'd like to go to bed, you certainly can. If not, the amenities of the home are welcome to all of you. And then Cogsworth will walk away and... Oh, you all should, Festina, you all should go to your rooms and check them out. See if there's anything else you need, before bedtime.
Sure.
Let's go.
All right. We'll be here. And, of course, if you need anybody, you can use the intercom system. And,
use what?
The intercom system.
The intercoms.
Sparkplug's gonna look outside and look back towards you guys, and he'll come over to you, Fizzi. Fizzi, it's been pretty great. I love you, and I'm gonna see you in the morning.
His
but
mic is gone.
Yeah, you can't hear anything.
Well, Fizzi, I love you. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Fizzy. I love you, bud, and I'll see you in the morning. But
Not anymore.
I
He lost the cord. He lost it.
Well, thank you all for watching. We're going to take a quick break here.
Yeah, maybe we should go to break.
We'll reconvene in 5 minutes.
Take your poos, take your peas, get your drinks. Yay!
Oh my
Wait,
god, you sound
it's your
yeah,
webcam.
it's pretty bad.
Don't ever do that again.
All right. Do you want to take us to break so you can figure this out, or hopefully try to figure it out? You can play the scene out in Fizzy's room. Hey there, dipshits. It's me, Joey, aka Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Eagle Eagle. We're
Older and dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it.
Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to all our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going.
Join the crew, be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club, and you're invited.
So dipshits, mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of older and dumber craziness. See you there.
Fade to black. On my stand. Fade to black.
Hey everybody, we are back, and hopefully my microphone has been fixed. If not, then you can certainly yell at me in chat. I know everyone else will. But of course, before we get back to our regularly scheduled program, we will need to hear a few words from our Joey.
Yo, guys, if you want to get Carter Starlink so his internet connection's better, if you want to get Hunter a new mic so he doesn't cut out every 5 minutes, keep me flush in blue alcohol drinks and May and Elden Ring collector editions, or just make David a happy guy, you can back us on Patreon or support us here on Twitch. Twitch Prime's free if you got Prime, baby. It doesn't cost you a cent to subscribe to us, and it helps us out. Patreon's as low as $5 a month. You can back us there, and you can watch ad-free and catch up on back episodes. And if you can't afford to support us, that's fine. You can do so in other ways, like checking out our YouTube channel. You can catch up over there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Ring my bell. Ring my bell.
Because the algorithm loves it. Without further ado, Hunter, get us back to the action.
The action is coming. And before I actually get back into the action, I do want to announce something that, if you do subscribe to us with Twitch, we have tons of really cool, like, emojis. What are they called on Twitch?
Emoticons.
Emotes. We have really cool emotes. And we recently just got a new one, actually, which I would like to throw in here. It's called the Jelly Flop. Look at that in the chat. Oh my god, Joey just put like a million of them. The Jelly Flop. Anyway, and if you guys were a backer, you would get the Jelly Flop. Just like Onyx. Anyway. Alright, guys. That's immediately going to be like top emo. It's going to be like, your top emo is now Jelly Flop. Anyway, alright guys, so let's go ahead and get back into the action. So last we left off before going into break is that Sparkplug was trying to say goodnight to Fizzi because he had a long day and he would see him in the morning. So he was headed off to bed. So Sparkplug will head off to bed.
Can I do an insight check to see if he wants to go blow shit up?
You want to go squatch it, Fizzy?
He literally said, I'm going to bed. You want an insight to see if he wants to blow things up.
Yeah,
He's
if he's
trying to
like,
prank
I
you.
know it's not bad.
I would say that you know your brother enough that he's looking to go to bed. And
Okay.
Sparkplug is not one to joke about bed because he usually sleeps in.
Damn.
Fair.
Bolthead will also come and say goodnight, and such and so forth. Like, people will sort of start to spread out, but yeah, you guys can go check out your rooms now.
I'm gonna hang back and talk with Gimlet while they go to their rooms.
Oh, well, the three of them will head up to go see their rooms, and as they do, you're hanging back to talk with good old Gimlet, and he'll sort of be sitting at the like bar in the dining hall, and he's drinking a drink being served, and you can go up to him if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go sit down next to him.
All right. Before you do, I did want to change the music. I don't think that's the one I want, but let's see what it sounds like when I play it.
Victus!
Yeah, no. We'll play this. I think this will do what I want, at least. There we go. But yeah, you can walk. You can head up to or head over to Gimlet if you'd like. He's just sitting there drinking a drink.
Time.
Hey, Gilbert, you got a minute to talk?
Gimlet will sort of raise his head and look over at you, and yeah, of course. Take a seat. You want a drink?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Drink, please. Bartender.
I like what he's having.
He'll get you the same thing he's having and put a glass down in front of you. And Gimlet will raise his glass and to seeing family, and put up his glass and
Family.
Take a sip. And he'll sort of...
I know you...
Oh, go ahead.
I know you took me leaving hard. I'm sorry. I know you cared for me and you're always cleaning up after me and Sparkplug blowing shit up, and I can't help you enough for helping me when I almost died. But I need you to understand. I had to go out and make a name for myself, not just based on being a Fizzbang. Mom and Dad are famous for their own reasons. And you finally got into the bicentennial. Just because I didn't want to make my name here doesn't mean that I, don't like the last name Fizzbang. Or I'm getting an echo from someone.
It's Hunter.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Now try.
Check.
Good.
And it's, not that I didn't want to pull my weight with our name here, everything that we've accomplished so far. But don't you get sick of living in the shadow?
Fizzi,
And don't get me wrong, I'm proud of you for finally getting in there. That's great that they're finally recognizing what our family's done.
He'll take a sip of his drink. You always had a gift for timing, brother. You leave on the cusp of breakthrough, and you return at the edge of an exciting moment in Cerberus. And now you sit here, apologizing like words can soldier over months of silence, years even. We're not just gears in a machine, Fizzi. The family name, we are family, and families need trust. Everyone covered for you. Sparkplug made jokes. Bolthead broke noses. I don't even know how that helps, but... And I continued to keep the name
clean. I went to meetings. I watched them question everything, everyone in the Tide Hall. The weight of our name does carry a lot. Fizzi. I get you want to go off and make a name for yourself, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why you want to. Why leave? Why leave? Fizzbang means something here. You meant something here. People love you here.
I know that, but like you said yourself, they're always cleaning up messes after me. It's always the black sheep. I needed to, just go out and make sure that I was actually living a life worth living. Try not to have people cover up for me. Trying to come back who I should be, who I want to be.
Killing Joe. Take your little egg.
Fizzi, I'm overjoyed by seeing you're okay. But I didn't want a fucking letter. I didn't want to just hear about your exploits of the world, and just wanted you home. I just wanted you here, helping. Being the oldest is not fun. I feel so alone.
I understand that, being the youngest. Being the oldest, you're the protector. Or, you make sure everything goes over smooth. You have a lot of responsibilities on your plate,
Yeah, but
Protector
I'm
was
the
great.
buzzkill. Every time, even when we were little, you know what? You, Boltag and Sparkplug, I mean, you lived life so freely, and you never got in trouble like I did. It's just,
Well, that's because
I don't
you're
see...
the firstborn son. You're held to a higher standard. You're supposed to be the responsible one.
Yeah, and what if something happens to me? Bolthead's supposed to be in charge? I mean, he's strong, but he's got no brains. Well, he can build stuff, but he's not, he's not like you or like me. I mean, hell, even Sparkplug's a genius most of the time. He's just fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, and he's not very punctual.
No, he's not. You know how many... Oh, I can't... Don't even get me started. But I love you all. Love you. I love them. I just... When you left, Fizzi, I guess I'm jealous. I'll never be able to leave Cerberus. I'll never be able to leave here.
Why do you think that?
Fizzi, look around you. Look where we are. Literally right now. This home, this place. If there was no one here to keep it going, it would all be lost. And then what would Great Grandpa say?
It wouldn't necessarily be lost. Let me think about Grandpa for a sec. Grandpa fought for what he believed in. He fought so that we could make our own destinies, make our own path in life. The home is where you make it, brother. Just because Fizziwick's on this house doesn't mean it's always, it's always going to be home. But Go out and explore. Maybe you could find somewhere to settle down and make your own home. Start the Fizzbangs over there.
I don't know how I'm going to start a family. I'm dreadfully awful at social situations, at least with the opposite sex.
Right
Well,
on.
you just gotta get some more liquid courage in you.
Well, I don't think that's the problem.
Feel good? I'll do it.
And he'll sort of look down into the bottom of his drink, which is just about empty, and he'll tap on the bar to get a refill, and he'll look back over at you, and Fizzi, I don't know. I'm sorry for being mean and rude earlier. I don't mean to be. I should be happy you're home.
I'm gonna put my arm around his shoulder and kind of bring him in for a hug. It's okay. I missed you too.
He'll hug you back.
I love you, brother.
I love you too. And I always will. You know that, right?
Yes, I know that. And I know. Well, are you and your friends at least going to stay for the centennial? I know Mom had tried to convince you during dinner, but nothing was said.
Oh no, we're definitely gonna stay for a little bit. I want to catch up with everyone, and I do want to make sure that nothing happens to my home.
That's good. Good. I know tomorrow is the last day of setup, and then the day after will be the day of the centennial. I'm sure I could walk you and your friends through the early stages if you'd like. Maybe meet some people at the Tide Hall.
Yeah, I did want to talk to you about that. Is there a lecturer or somebody opening up the bicentennial, like a speaker?
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of speakers from all over Coralthea. Great scientists and inventors, and they'll be doing lectures, and they'll be doing what we've branded this year as Fizz Talks.
I was gonna go with Bang Talks, but that didn't seem right.
So I mean, yeah, and of course the Commodore will be making her speech. I believe that'll actually kick off everything for the centennial, so that'll be, the day after. But I do believe some of the counselors and people running for Commodore are going to make speeches tomorrow. Why?
Do you well, by RaRa, I was hoping maybe we could find a spot to put her in for a performance. I would take care of all the setup, all the pyrotechnics, all the everything.
You see his face sort of.
What kind of performance?
Well, something about invention, obviously.
Like a lab experiment or a display of an invention?
We could tell the beautiful story of the, something, the Earthshaker cannon, Obi, something else, the Fizzbang rod.
You want her to dance?
Yeah.
For a science convention.
Yeah, why not? Everything just so drones on and on. Get some excitement in here.
Roll persuasion.
I'm sorry, brother. I feel bad for leaving. Also, your science convention sucks, and it needs music.
Persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
Oh. That was an 18!
Brother, I love where your head's at. I mean, it sounds a lot like your old shenanigans with Sparkplug. But a dance performance might not be the place for these sort of
ceremonies. I'm sure RaRa is fantastic. I heard that she's big in Bardic circles. But I don't.
You're saying bards aren't inventors? Bards don't invent song and dance?
All right, Fizzi, we're brothers. I'm not gonna beat around the bush anymore. I don't think it'll work.
I tried.
You certainly did, and very commendable, actually. But no, I'm sorry. I would love to, but no.
That's all right.
No. But if you had some sort of, maybe as small as a, volcano, lab thing. You remember what the paper
You
machine?
mean like we did in grade school?
Yeah, those are always very fun.
So you want me to make it on a bigger level?
No, I
Gotcha.
regret what I said.
Thank you.
I don't. Fizzi, I don't want that. Fizzi,
Just thanks.
And that will end that conversation. During that time, the three of you will
This is like,
find...
oh wait, look, your brother, thanks for the idea.
Kayth, RaRa, and Moss, you guys will have found your rooms that were made for you here at the Fizzbang estate. All of them are prepared for your size, so it's not all like little people, furniture and things. So you guys will have comfortable sleeping arrangements and such. And what else? They're just very, very fancy rooms. I mean, think about going into like a penthouse suite in like just the bedroom area. That's your guys' rooms. You each have, David, I am in the middle of something. Yeah, you guys have very amazing rooms, all with very large windows to be able to look out of. What do you? Each of you have your own individual rooms. What do you do as you get your new rooms?
Check out my room.
I look for the intercom.
What did you say, Kayth?
I said I put a can over my door.
Oh my god. And then you look for the intercom. Very easily found. RaRa, you hear a whispering from one of the next to the bed.
Do you
Hey,
think
Moss.
do you think this is going to the whole house again?
Codsworth, can you hear us?
No response.
Oh, I think we might have done it right.
We have a cup phone. This one's a little pretentious.
Yeah, it also doesn't reach the bed.
Yeah, I
At
have to
least no
stand up
higher.
on the other
It does.
side.
You say that, and then you like pull on it, and it goes
Oh, it has a cable.
Okay.
I drag it all the way across the entire room.
Yeah, we
Temple
we
cable.
need to go to our bed, pull the cables all the way out.
You do that.
What do you think about these Fizzbangs?
I don't like the weird one,
Oh yeah, he seemed upset.
the rude one.
It's crazy though. This is so different than where I came from.
Yeah, me too.
Even the staff is nice here.
Yeah. Isn't that their job?
Oh. Didn't you have staff?
No.
Oh.
Did you
Were
have
you-
staff? You just had staff?
Yeah, we had staff.
Oh.
Guess I don't really know much about your family.
My family's kind of like Fizzi's family, except less and taller.
But not like rich like this.
No.
This is richer than my family.
I've never seen anything like this.
And my family's pretty rich, but this is crazy.
Was your family 2 entrees rich?
No.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't understand why Fizzi would leave. I mean, I get wanting to make a name for yourself, but I feel like
It's a big city. I feel like he could have done it here.
this is nice. But I also don't like that little a-hole trying to get him to stay. He's all right, Fizzi, now.
Yeah, I wonder what happened between them.
I don't know.
Everybody else seems pretty cool. Really happy to see him back.
Yeah, do you think he knows his dad is dying?
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that.
We saw that too?
Yeah.
Hmm.
If it's to the point where he's carrying the red cloth around, it can't be good.
Should we tell him?
Feel like we have to, right?
Is it... How do I... I've been told that I'm not good at conversations.
I mean, I'll do it. Just be there.
Because I feel like the next time I see Fizzi, I'm just going to be like, your dad is dying!
Yeah.
So I'm just going to not see Fizzi. Yeah. Do you think we can change where these go? How do you think we do that? It'd be funny to like start. Ooh,
I don't know. Are there
Kate's
any
room.
like knobs or buttons or anything on these DM?
No, there's no knobs and things.
How
What
do
about where
turn
they
them?
connect to the wall?
So if you guys are holding the thing all the way over at your beds, there's no knobs or anything on this.
I hop up and I walk it back over to the wall.
Okay,
I don't know later.
there's some buttons and knobs and things. What are you trying to do?
Okay, Moss, I think we have to do it from the console on the wall.
But what if we do it wrong and the entire house hears us forever?
Hmm.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Well, as nice as this is, I kind of hate it.
What was your house like?
Small, but maybe it just felt way smaller than this. But also, there was a lot of people in it, and it was always like bustling, but no staff. This is all a lot, and everywhere I look, there's people, and I hate that. And also, we just got our own space and our own bed. Then we left immediately.
Is your house at home bigger than our house in Tapas?
No. It's pretty small. I think that's why I like our house so much. There's so much room for activities. And I have my own garden. And it's all mine. And I don't have to share it. And I can bother Kayth in his own library. And I have my own space where I can actually have my own space and enjoy it. It's
Moss,
quite lovely.
you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Why did you leave home?
I wanted to figure it all out. I wanted to be a powerful druid. I wanted to become a spellcaster. I am a powerful druid.
Weren't there people there that would be better at teaching you how to be a druid?
You would think, but I wasn't getting very far.
DM, do I believe her?
I will say that you can make that decision on whether or not you trust her.
And since you've left, do you think you've made more progress or it's still the same?
Did you see me cast that alarm spell? Did you see me cast Thunder Wave and almost kill everyone? I think that I've made progress, but it's more chaotic and dangerous progress. Whereas home, it was very structural and you need to do this and it's not safe for you to do this. And it was very boring and very frustrated. And I would often lose my temper.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Do these auto retract?
If
I let
you-
go of it completely.
and it'll go back just how you wanted it. So that's you guys. Kayth, you said you put the can back on top of your door.
Yeah, I look out the window.
You look out the window. Okay, stay there for a moment. Fizzi, what are you doing as you make your way to bed?
I'm gonna go talk to my mom and dad real quick. Mostly my mom, because I didn't believe her on that insight check.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. You will head to you'll head to where you would find your parents, and actually they aren't headed for bed yet. You actually find them out on one of the terraces that are on the second level, and you'll see them sort of sitting there and taking in the moon as it sort of shines over the water. And you'll see them sort of peacefully just sort of being together. They have not noticed you.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Oh, you'll see your dad sort of turn around. Oh, big smile. Hi, son. Come. Sit down. And you'll see your mom will sort of put a nice fluffy blanket on the chair so you can sit in it, and she'll pat it down, and she'll take you by the arm and sit you. And what do we owe this little engagement?
I was just, seeing how you two are doing, and I wanted to ask you what's really going on, Mom. When you were talking to Kayth, I noticed you were doing what you do. Do you want to really tell me what's got you worried?
Oh, whatever. What? No, Fizzi.
Mom,
What are you talking about?
please.
She'll look over it at your dad, and Bolton will sort of give him a little head nod, or give her a head nod, and she'll turn around and. Well, Fizzi, like we said, there was something flying around, our home, and at first it seemed to be a concern, and then we're
What do you
not
mean,
sure.
from our home?
We're not sure how, Fizzi, but we think someone may have stolen some of the Fizzbang blueprints for old inventions.
From where? From here?
Well, yes, we have workshops here, but we also have workshops in the city. Now, those don't usually hold any of our proprietary things or secret inventions, but there is still historical records in the Tide Hall, which
Usually there's record of anyone looking into those, but we didn't find any, and this thing that was watching over the house, it turned out not to be a creature. It was some sort of, well, like a drone. And, well, your brother, Sparkplug, he was able to bring it down. Luckily, it didn't completely destroy it, and...
Is it here? Can I look at it?
Looks back at your dad and
Yes, it's here if you'd like to look at it. There's just... Well, Fizzi, it's an old design of yours.
The one that's... You know the one's missing?
That's there's nothing missing. Well, that we know of, but Fizzi, it's part of your old design, and it was carrying something that...
Oh, the drone.
Yeah, it was carrying another one of your inventions that you never... The one that you stopped working on because it...
and you'll look at your dad and he sort of holds his shoulder for a moment.
You know, the one that burned the workshop down.
My first cannon?
No, the other one. The shrapnel grenade.
No.
We don't know how. And it doesn't make any sense. But... Fizzi, we were kind of scared that something had happened to you. But when you showed up, I mean, we're no longer worried. But about you at least, but... We're worried. We're worried how someone was able to get these things. You haven't, told people your old plans or been giving things away, have you?
Get the fuck out of here. I swear to God, if it's the owner of the fucking hammer and anvil. Back into character. The only one I gave was, I signed a useless one for some little... I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't for that. They let me use their workshop for a day.
You gave someone an old design and they let you use your workshop? Or their workshop?
Oh yeah, no, they knew all about our family up in Tapas.
I mean, we are, known in many circles. What did you give them?
DM, I don't think I would have given them a shrapnel grenade blueprint.
No, you gave him an early Earthshaker design.
You gave them an early Earthshaker design.
Just kidding. An early
You
design.
might want to lie. Oh.
I can't lie to my parents.
Fistina sort of gives you a very worried face.
That's fucking dumbass.
Bolton sort of turns in his seat.
You gave them an design
It was
of the Earthshaker?
flawed.
Sorry, what was that? Say it again.
The design was flawed.
Was it...
It's putting his hand on Fistina, it's like calming her down.
It's fine. It's did you was it from your sketchbook or was it from official blueprint designs with family crests and all? Which one was it?
It was from my scrapbook.
This is from your sketchbook.
Yeah, my sketchbook.
Looks at Fistina and they have a bit of a calmer demeanor.
All right.
You're about to bring dishonor to your family. That's what was about to happen. They were checking.
Okay, well, if it was just your sketchbook and an early design, I'm sure it has nothing to do with what's going on. I mean, that doesn't even have any. It didn't have any family crests or ways for them to find things here at home. I'm sure it doesn't have anything to do with what's going on. I'm sure of it. And Fizztina will sort of. Well, either way, Fizzi, if you'd like to look at it, you're more than welcome to. It's in the workshop here. If you find anything, just let us know. Like I said, we've looked over it quite well, and literally the only thing we could find is, well, implications that it's just yours and that you made it.
Thank you. I think I will. And I'll let you know if I find anything before I head to bed.
Okay. And then your father will sort of look at you and stand up, and he'll take you by the shoulder.
Son, I know this can't be you. And whoever it is that is trying to do whatever it is they're doing, just know that your family will be here for you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Get some good sleep, okay?
You too. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad.
We love you too.
We love you too, honey. And they'll start to head inside with you, and they'll head to bed. And what would you like to do?
I'm going down to the workshop. Or over to the workshop, wherever it is.
You can do that easy enough. You'll head to the workshop, and you'll be told where to, whatever you need to get the access, you'll get it. You'll head in, and
before I go,
okay,
I'm gonna knock on Kayth's door.
Okay. Knock, knock, knock.
Hello.
Disarmed.
Hey, it's Fizzi. You wanna come with me real quick? I need your help with something.
Yeah, 1 second.
Are you putting your can up?
I'm
taking it down.
My can down.
Oh, you're taking it down.
I walk out. What can I do you for?
I need you to come with me and help me look this thing over.
Sure. What thing?
Oh, it's a thing that's been flying around my house.
Those fucking liars. I fucking do it. Every single one of them.
It's what parents do. But apparently, this thing is partly copied off an old design of mine.
You don't just give designs out, right?
Well, I did make Obi, but it was an early version of the Earthbreaker cannon. The design was flawed, and it was right from my notebook. Sketchbook. But I would like your help looking it over.
Yeah, let's go.
You would never give things away, would you? You'd never download a car.
Yeah, sure I would.
So you're gonna head to the workshop, and you'll have everything you need. There's no whatever. You'll have access. You'll go into the workshop, and first thing as you walk in, you guys will see just this workshop is glorious. I mean, you've seen Fizzi's workshop at the Eye. This is I mean, 10 times better. I mean, it's like 2 stories. It's, got
I'm
all
guessing
types
it's
of.
like 100 times better.
It's got, all brand new, like, tools, and, like, it's just, like, immaculate in here. And you guys will. First things first is there'll actually be. When you walk in, there's going to be some, like, paintings of occasions throughout the time of your family being here. Fizzi, what are a couple of paintings or a few paintings that you and Kayth see?
You would definitely see a painting of when Bolton and Fizztina helped kind of launch forward the technological advancement. You would see a family portrait with all of us, probably taken when I was young, right above where Bolton's desk would be, or workspace. There would probably be a few, some of their most prestigious, like, blueprints, kind of in picture frames, like, hung up on the wall. Notably, whomever's workspace it would be one of their biggest inventions. Mine would have the actual design for the Earthshaker cannon by it, because that's all I've really done so far. That's my proudest achievement.
What's left of the workshop door is hung there.
Yeah. There's part of the door that exploded with my cannon just, like, hung.
Fizzi, may I recommend something to your family?
Yeah.
Maybe don't hang blueprints where anyone could see them if they walk into your house.
This is a secure
Oh,
workshop.
well. Yeah, you gotta be a Fizzbang to have a key.
I look over the door. Is there a tin can?
There's a security guard named Bill.
Is there a tin can? The greatest of security protection is the tin can.
So it's a double door, and you see one tin can above each.
Nice. All right, that's the most you can do.
They have the Fizzbang branding on them.
Yeah,
So what are we're just
Fizzbang
looking for
press.
signs. We're just looking for signs of, like, who built this thing you're talking about.
Yeah, I need your help looking it over, seeing if we can find anything.
Well,
That might-
First off, hold this live explosive.
All right, you're gonna go over and so you'll eventually go over to where she told you to go, and there is the drone is sort of encased in a glass, get a little glass dome right now that you can easily unhook and take it off and start looking at it. But as the two of you come up to this, you will see a small drone, no bigger than like a teacup saucer, so like kind of like just like the size of a hand, little bit bigger, and its shell is like brass plated and etched with a little bit of like just little designs, but designs that you yourself use but haven't used since your apprentice days. The central
the designs in it.
Just like the filigree designs, like just like the
Oh,
outside
okay.
etching. Its central eye is cracked, and there seem to be some like wires exposed, and something sort of hums faintly with like residual arcane energy. And you, Fizzi, will immediately recognize the outer design as a scrapped prototype. You remember it as Model V7, and you remember calling it Tin Whisper.
Tin Whisper?
Tin Whisper.
10?
Tin.
10.
Like the tin
metal.
cans
Like
that
a tin-
protect
like
this
a tin
workshop.
can.
Making sure. Tin Whisper.
And do you remember not using it or deploying it into, like, trying to sell it or use it for the city because it had, like, unstable gyros and an unpredictable, like, flying patterns.
Mhm.
But this one, it's been refined, it seems. The sort of imperfections you remember, they don't seem to be there, and you'll also realize that the fail-safes have been removed.
Oh. Well, this is interesting.
What?
I'll explain all of what Hunter just said to Carl.
What? Explains it all.
They actually
We
made
looked at that
better.
thing for a while.
They worked out the bugs.
They refined it. They removed the failsafe, and this is really odd.
You think this is
Could
related to our friend in Tapas, or do you think it's someone else? Do you have any
Well-
old rivals here in town that maybe you besmirched their good name, or
Not that I remember. DM, can I look at this with the spyglass?
Yeah, you can do that, and you'll see. I mean, you'll see the bit of like arcane check or arcane check, the like residual arcane energy. Like you can see that a bit. And I will say that if you use this while making your investigation check, I will give you a +1.
Ooh. Would I be able to get advantage with Kayth helping?
I'm helping?
I will
Investigate.
allow for the advantage because you brought Kayth with you.
Way.
So the two of
Hold
you
it.
start getting to work and taking a look.
Are you 20?
Dirty 20.
Right, because
Dirty
+1.
20.
Yeah.
Here, Kate,
Well-
hold this live explosive.
Yeah. So the two of you start working together. A lot of it is like Kayth, hold the flashlight, but like look at this and hold this live explosive.
Don't
And
touch that wire.
these are some things you're going to find. You will discover the drone was recording somehow. And you find a small crystal bead embedded in the husk. And you think this may be some form of like a scrying stone, maybe? And after messing with it, you'll somehow activate it, and you will see images of Sparkplug at his booth at night in the Rippletide row. You'll see Bolthead unloading cargo, and you'll see like a wide shot of your home.
I
And
like that.
however, there's less footage here than you thought there might be, as they said it had been for a while and then they took it down. You think that maybe it had been sent multiple times, and each time it did, a new bead was put in. So whatever this footage is, whoever it belongs to didn't get it. So it's not transmitting.
Okay.
You'll also see that sort of lodged on the underside of it is, well, what would be like a payload slot, but for some reason isn't working. So you have to make it work, and when it opens, you see a familiar spherical casing, and this is what your mom had said. It's the crowburst, your original shrapnel grenade design. that you had decided to, never release.
You said Crowbird?
Yeah, Crowburst.
Okay.
You never released it.
A coom grenade. Bringing it back.
And you never released it because it just was very unstable. And you even remember it hurting the workshop pigeon. Of course, that thing will never die.
Ah,
I love that. I love that image of this motherfucker up in the rafters. He's got like an eye patch on.
Grizzle the pigeon.
You just hear Fizzi say that under his breath.
The centennial is coming.
So the speed, it doesn't show where it came from. Like, there's no recording of like it being sent from anywhere.
Nope. And the last thing you'll be able to figure out is that the sort of trigger mechanism, it seemed to be created for a sort of delayed activation, not like a proximity or like a button, just that it was supposed to do it after a certain amount of time, but it never did. Meaning it was supposed to explode. It was this bomb was supposed to be used, and it didn't. Whether it was luck, because you had just found that the payload slot was non-functional, or maybe they were able to, maybe Sparkplug hit it before it was able to drop off the payload, but whatever it was, yeah. But other than that, that's all you can find out. That's all you find out.
Would I know where the Crowburst design would have been stored?
Well, it is yours, but because you never had it go to any sort of production or to be sold at your family's store, so it would probably be left here somewhere in the house.
Kayth, you want to help me look for a design?
Sure. Do you think you could reprogram this thing to take us back to where it came from?
With your tinkering and everything you've looked at so far, it's pretty destroyed, and it doesn't have, this specific one wasn't meant to go back anywhere, it seems like.
Yeah, it's a suicide.
Yeah, this was a
sewer slide.
It was sent out on multiple times, right? With different beads.
Yeah,
that's
but this
the assumption.
Last time.
But
okay. Yeah, let's go find your design, I guess.
Fizzi, you and Kayth will start looking around at, like, your old workshop area and going through papers, and you will find the original design for the Crowburst.
Where was it found?
In your, just in your old, your little workshop area, and where you would keep, documents, it was just in there, in its regular filed place.
It's an inside job.
I don't like this case. Either someone's getting rid of the cans, or someone's working on the inside.
You should put up your eyeglass.
Fuck it! I'm gonna look over my desk with my spyglass.
Well, as you take out the spyglass and take a look around, you will look at the design. And you will see a weird arcane, like, residence or residue on the paper.
Oh, this is weird.
Can you make an Arcana check, please?
I would love to. Do I just normal roll?
You're using the spyglass. I'll give you advantage on this. 15.
15 should have been a 20, but the dice hit in the corner. That's fine. I'll take 15.
As you're looking at this, Fizzi, and I'd actually say, you also got an advantage because Kayth's sort of looking as well, and maybe even Kayth will look through the glass for a second. Kayth, you've actually seen this before. You've used this multiple times before. Well, at least not you. Varric did.
Alarm.
Someone copied this.
A copy.
Like, made a copy.
King copy.
So this isn't the original case.
This is not the original. It's a copy.
I am now going to look at every single design that I can.
Well,
With this
I will say you'll find the one for the Tin Whisper has been copied as well. The shrapnel grenade, and you'll go through quite a bit. And
I'm sure there's one he's going for first.
There's quite a bit of copied things in here. Some of them are like as little as like a little launcher, and some of them are as big as, well, an early design of the Earthshaker cannon.
Yeah, so what I was saying earlier is you guys need stuff in like a vault. Like an actual vault.
Yeah, I think it's time we start moving them in there.
And
I'm
also,
just guessing that I am rich enough to have a vault.
Well, yes, but Fizzi, your workshop is pretty secure. Like, it should not be easy to get in here. It shouldn't be.
You think your older brother is jealous enough when you left to take your designs and start using them?
I would hope not. I would really hope not. This is supposed to be very, very secure. With the amount that have been copied, it's alarming, to say the
I
least.
think first thing you should ask your parents is who's visited your house since this started appearing. I don't know if they can remember that, but Oswald probably has a record. Whatever his name is. Cogsworth?
Cogsworth.
And then we need to go over who would have reason. The drone was spying on your family, your other brothers, and your mom and dad, right? But not your older brother?
Everybody.
Everybody. So it could be connected to our friend. The voice of reason. He did say that he was going to be coming after your family, and this thing was spying on your family, so it's, there's a correlation there.
I really hope that they're smart enough to not listen to someone called the voice of reason.
I mean, not your family, but like someone, he might have someone here working on his behalf to besmirch your good name, steal your designs, kill your family.
We'll have to, Kayth will regroup in the morning. Far too late to do any of this now, but thank you for your insight on it. I definitely will be needing you.
Sure.
And I would like to run this by Moss and RaRa too, but out of earshot of anyone else.
Oh, I can tell you what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, "Everything's fine. It's fine. There's no correlation at all. Ghosts don't exist."
But that was me.
I never said that once.
That was me.
All right. I'll see you in the morning then.
Yeah, Kayth, I'll walk you back, and we'll make sure it's locked up tight. And thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, the two of you will head to bed. All of you will have, well, I think RaRa and Moss will probably have the best night's sleep, as they had no worries going
We're
to
in
bed.
REM.
Yeah, you're REM. Fizzi, you probably go to bed with some worries, and Kayth's mind is always thinking. But
I meditate.
the next day will come, and the sun will rise, and it's actually quite bright. But your windows of your room seem to have a sort of filament on them where it lightens the room, but you're not blasted by the sun's rays.
Very cool.
But you all will wake up in the morning with your usual morning routines, and then over the announcement, or over the intercom. Thank you. Jeez, talking to myself.
Well, I was going to say intercom.
Yeah.
Moss's room, they'd be like, Sable, do you want to do stretches with me?
I mean, you just on the other side, you just hear like paw like pats on the intercom.
I'll invite him over.
Code.
Fable make his way over, and you guys will do your morning stretches. So over the intercom, you guys will eventually hear that breakfast is available. It's sort of a buffet style. You can grab whatever you'd like, and that essentially like what the weather is outside, that it's a very nice day, and that there is events happening at the Tide Hall today, and just like all that kinds of stuff. But what would you guys like to do? Head to breakfast, or what's going on as you all wake up? And we'll say some time has passed and the announcement for breakfast is made.
I'm going to go through the intercom for Kayth, Moss, and RaRa, and just privately ask them to all meet me. I'll say in the den.
Spot.
Got a vibe.
Come on.
Baby, are
Yeah,
you
you're
coming for the
ride.
ride?
I just want to look into your eyes.
Fizzbang. So you ask the party members to meet you in a private area of the parlor.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do that. Fizzi requests your attendance. I assume you
Before
all
breakfast.
will. I assume you all will meet up then.
Yeah.
Fizzi, your friends will arrive where you'd like to speak to them, and it is with away from earshot of anyone.
Hey, Fizzy. I'll go up to him and I'll give him a hug and I'll sort of sit him down on the chair. This has to be tough. I'm just glad you already know about it.
You already knew about somebody sneaking into the workshop and copying my inventions?
Oh,
We thought you were talking about how your dad is sick.
yeah.
My dad's sick?
Pretty
What?
sure he's
What?
sick. Yeah.
Well, why would you think so?
Well,
Blood at dinner.
yep. He's
He
got
what?
he's got a red handkerchief that he's coughing into. That's never a good
No,
sign.
he's always had that cough.
Oh,
Okay.
and now
we
it's killing
we
him.
misread we misread the
Look.
situation.
Oh, we misread
You mean
the situation.
you're thinking he had a red napkin? Everybody gets black.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
Oh shit!
Well, you took that surprisingly well. Well, that was a good meeting, everyone.
wasn't.
Fizzi
what
just
you
kind of
wanted to
like
talk about, huh?
staring blankly, just like trying to process what he was just told.
Yeah, RaRa just like brings him in.
That was what we came here to do, though, right?
There's many things that seems to be going on.
Yeah.
Fizzi,
Yeah,
if
somebody's
you
been-
need to talk. It's okay.
Yeah, I gotta talk to my dad first. Thank you, RaRa. But anyway, that's later. So Kayth and I looked over the drone that was flying around the house, and well, it may have been here multiple times, but it wasn't supposed to leave. Supposed to explode.
I'm sorry. Somebody was trying to blow up your house.
Blow up something. I'm not really sure, but somebody's also been going into our workshop and copying my old designs. And I'm not sure who. Kayth seems to think that maybe Gimlet's angry that I left and
Well,
trying to besmirch me, or maybe I had old beef with somebody that I forgot about. I'm not sure. I really can't think about that right now.
I was just spitting theories. I also said that the voice of reason threatened your family, so this could
Yeah.
be a machination. So
Yeah,
Why would the voice of
really hate
reason need machines?
he could have had someone send them. There was an elementress. There was that lady that was in Tapas. She was someone that was used by him. He could just as easily use someone else in this town.
That's true,
Okay.
but the workshop is very, very limited access, which is what worries me.
You think it's an inside job? I saw that guy making nasty eyes at you, Fizzi.
Well, Gimlet. I just hope that he wouldn't give away so much to be where he is now. But I don't want to think about that now. Or just
Well, he probably wouldn't really have anything to gain, right? Like,
but he is on the council now for the bicentennial.
yeah, but why would he attack his own? Like, he's the oldest, right? Isn't he in line to inherit everything?
I mean, but Fizzi probably invented better things.
Well,
I guess.
We went back and forth with those.
I mean,
Gimlet was always a perfectionist. So I may have released more, but
he didn't
may or
have
not his
chutzpah.
death failed.
All right. Well, other than it being hard to get in, we don't really have any evidence that it is your brother. So maybe we'll keep it on the DL for now.
Yeah, I want to. So we might look, investigate this. And yeah, RaRa, I am sorry I forgot to get a hold of you last night. Gimlet thinks that the nerds there wouldn't like a performance, so
Of course.
he never wants to have any fun. Should have just told Sparkplug and we would have done it ourselves.
That's okay. I'm sure there's places to entertain ourselves in town.
Oh yeah.
There's rust monsters. I heard that. That sounds entertaining.
Do you think the rust monsters sent the drones, Fizzi?
I don't believe they would. Rust monsters would have attacked the drone.
So something.
The next word out of your mouth better be breakfast.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, let's go to breakfast. We'll regroup after. We got plenty of stuff to do and plenty of time in the day.
Wow, great plan. I'm glad that we have a path forward. Let's get breakfast
Well,
and put this
brains
off for
always
another
work better
time.
than a full stomach, Kayth.
Yes.
You guys will start heading to breakfast. And when you get there, you'll see everyone's there eating food. And Gimlet's in very nice clothing. And he sees you guys walk in. And, oh, Fizzi, you and your friends still want to head out to the city and check out the preparations for the Centennial and hear the speeches of the candidates for Commodore? I know
yes,
you had talked about wanting to go see things. I arranged a tour, if you'd like.
RaRa grabs half a melon off the little buffet table and heads over to the table with everyone.
Okay.
Well, I said you guys might be interested. What do you think? I mean, I know it's not who is with our Commodore is not really that pertinent to you, but
I have a feeling it's going to be very pertinent. A lot of suspect things happening in this town all at once, Fizzi.
I'm going to trust your intuition, Kayth.
I mean, who steps down from a Commodore position for no reason? She won't even give a reason.
Well, it might be a personal one. She doesn't need to divulge, but I see where you're coming from.
I mean, one of these other Commodores might be, pressuring.
She's a sea elf, Kayth.
Yes, and?
You're single.
Yes, and?
You're both very old.
She's gonna try to set me up with any elf that is in our path.
RaRa looks over at Sparkplug and Bullhead, and she just holds the melon up, gives him a little wink.
You'll hear Sparkplug be like, well, I mean, she is pretty good looking. But I mean, if it's not the ladies you're into, Gimlet, do you know anybody? And Gimlet's like, come on.
I just think it would be nice to get to know the players in town, Fizzi, in case.
No, yeah, you're right. Where are they?
I assume we have to talk to somebody if we want to take these rust monsters out, if we want to get paid for it.
Rust monsters? You guys are just gonna go pick some fights with rust monsters?
Usually.
I don't know. Yeah, Kayth says that's what we should do.
I'm really bored.
What? We literally have an entire, event to Centennial happening. What? How can you be bored? There's all kinds of cool stuff there.
Kayth, if the rust monsters attack the bicentennial, then we can attack the rust monsters.
Oh, I was mostly joking about the rust monsters. This
a tentative piece with the rust monsters.
Political intrigue and attempted assassination is much more interesting.
Oh my god. Was the drone meant for the Commodore?
If it was meant for the Commodore, why would it be here?
No, it was meant for here.
My god, was the drone meant for somebody involved in the Centennial? And I look right at Gimlet.
I hope not.
I mean,
But yes, Gimlet, after breakfast, let's go take a tour. Hear the speeches.
Wonderful. You guys will have a nice breakfast, more small chat with the family. Fistina will tell a couple of embarrassing kid stories of Fizzi. And you guys will eventually head out. Back
There he was. Top down, ass up, hooked to the drone. Getting flown through the city. Ass over tea kettle. Low bottom hanging right out.
Oh my gosh. All right. You guys will head into the city. The first thing that Gimlet says is that, we're actually, we spent a little time eating breakfast. I do believe the start of the day speeches are about to happen. We should hurry up so we can hear them. and you guys will quickly make your way into Sebra's and towards the Tide Hall. And as you guys see, there's wow, just more people than you guys have ever seen in Tapas gathering here outside of the Tide Hall, which we had talked about before is a large sort of government building, like a spire that turns into a conch shell. It's immaculate. And there's this large stage, and it actually is like floating, like a large stage is floating out front of the Tide Hall so that everyone can see who's up there. And then not only that, but whoever's standing at the podium, there's a large, a large tablet behind them, and it's like a scrying stone that shows off essentially like a projector.
Oh my God, they have a Titantron.
And people are gathering.
Zebras.
People are gathering, and it's pretty big. But the first speaker is announced when you guys get there. So you guys are just getting there as the first candidate is to speak, and they announce Counselor Brinnick Trunchtop as the first candidate to speak. And
He looks like real trunched up.
you'll see.
Fizzi.
Yeah.
Who is that?
He is the master of trade and engineering innovation. He's friends with my mom and dad.
Oh.
He's been trying to push the city towards automation and experimental tech. Automatron? No, automation and experimental tech. Try to.
Well, wouldn't that take people's jobs?
No, not all.
Fucking hate you. Someone's gonna be yelling out. Holy shit! I hate you so much.
Without experimental tech, wouldn't have the platform that they're standing on, or the Titantron behind them.
You blow my mind, brother. All right. So anyway, you're killing me. Okay. So anyway, as you guys are moving up, there's a lot of there's a lot of young people cheering for him, and you'll see some of the older people sort of are indifferent, and but either way, he will come out. He is a gnome, and he begins his speech. Fellow Sebrans, builders, thinkers, salt-slick dreamers of our fine coast, we've put steam to sails and thoughts to thunder. We've turned fog into fuel and dreams into dirigibles. I'm not here to rule. I'm here to enable, to empower you, the thinkers and tinkerers. We've made Sebres a shining beacon from reef to reach. Under my guidance, we won't just secure our shores, we'll elevate our skies. My platform is simple. Invention is for all. Open source arcanotech, education over exclusion. And yes, I will finally push forward the Citizen Levitation Carriage Initiative. And there's like some people who are cheering. No more steps for gnomes. Tall folk, you've had your fun. And people sort of laugh a little, and let's keep Sebres weird. Let's keep it wondrous. Vote for Trenchtop, because the future doesn't build itself.
Fizzi, if his levitation thing doesn't work out, you could always make like automatic steps. You just step on one and then ride them up. That'd be crazy. That would go
It's
crazy.
crazy. Why has nobody thought of that yet? What's going on?
And there's a lot of cheer from the young people, the inventors, a bunch of students, it seems. A lot of elder folks sort of shake their heads, not entirely, enthusiastic about him, but nonetheless, that is their speech. The next person is introduced, Lady Yasha Merinth. She is a human, and she will come to the podium, and she sort of looks around for a moment, and there's like a little bit of applause, nothing crazy, no one like overzealous, and but you'll see like the city guards and some of those officials seem to give like very, very applaudable, visible support. You hear a couple people like whisper, "Too safe, predictable," and she will. Good citizens of Sebres, I stand before you not as a rival to tradition, but as its steward. This city has always thrived at the edge of chaos, but now, as we celebrate a century of ingenuity, we must ask, how do we protect what we build? How do we ensure that wonder does not spiral into risk? That progress does not outpace safety? I have no grand promises of grand inventions for all, but what I offer is stability, fair oversight, a city where inventors thrive because there are laws protecting their work and their neighbors. I will not stifle your genius, but I will defend your streets. And in this age of noise, I promise you this: I will be the calm that holds the tide. And once again, moderate applause, more like respect, because she has protected a lot of people over the years. But is she Commodore material? Who knows? But again, the city guard and the law enforcement, a lot of visible support. And the last speaker candidate will be announced, and it is Counselor Vorin Duskbrow, also a human. And you will... It's loud as they come to stage. And it's a mixed applause from like non-inventors and inventors. It's very like everyone has a very big very big reaction to what's happening. Some good, some bad, but it's very loud.
Fizzi, who's this guy? Why is he so popular?
And you'll hear a couple people whisper things like, he's not wrong, and stuff like that. Fizzi, you don't know much about Vorin.
Yeah, I was looking through, and he's not one of the people that you gave me.
Correct.
RaRa, I really don't have any idea.
Is he young, youngish, old, middle-aged?
He's, I would say, like, youngish. I mean, well, I'd say 30s, maybe.
Is this guy Tony Stark?
You'll have to give me some time to figure out who I think he really looks like, but yeah. But Gimlet talked highly of him, but Bolthead didn't.
He's not for the people.
What was his name, DM?
Vorin Duskbrow. Duskbrow.
Oh, this was Voldemort.
Oh, okay.
Let him do his speech.
So anyway, he'll come to the
He's gonna be
stage.
like, "Oh, Fizzi, the boy who lived.
Come
to die."
The boy
So
who
he
got away.
comes up to make his speech. Citizens of Sebres, have we not stood too long with blinders on, applauding fire while ignoring the burns? For 100 years, we have praised progress. But have we truly questioned it? For every marvel, how many mishaps? For every earth shaker, how many sparks left uncontrolled? This city does not need another dreamer in a lab coat. It needs a guardian, a regulator, someone unafraid to hold the line against reckless ambition. I do not seek to crush invention, but to protect Sebres from those who treat it as their playground. I propose a Bureau of Innovation Oversight, neutral, firm, and accountable. Let us separate the artist from the weapon. Let us ask, what is progress for, if not the people? My name is Vorin Duskbrow. I will not dazzle you with gears. I will shield you from the storm. Thank you. And Vorin will walk off, and people, again, loud reactions, very mixed, and it's all kinds of stuff. But with that speech, that is where we will end tonight's session of Coralthea, Waking Fates. Thank you all for joining us.